Hi, I wanted to do a quick video, or hopefully it's a quick video, to talk about the survival pack that I carry in my airplane. It's inspired for kind of two reasons. In a couple of weeks, mid-October, the British Columbia General Aviation Association is holding a survival shakedown where they take a bunch of private pilots into the woods and simulate an air crash. And the only thing that we're allowed to bring with us is what we would normally carry on the airplane in our survival pack, or on our person. So, being a city guy, being an indoor type person, I expect to fail miserably at it. But I've watched lots of YouTube videos and read some books about survival, and we'll see. Food, shelter, heat. Those are the three main things that we need to worry about, I guess, and water, I guess, too. So hopefully, what I want to do is I'm going to unpack my survival kit here and just show what I have in it. It's by no means complete, and it's by no means intended for what you should carry. As I said, I'm an indoor city type guy. I have practically zero outdoor skills. So I'm really looking forward to this survival shakedown kind of as a way to identify exactly what I don't know. And in a controlled environment, have people who do know what they're doing show me what I need to do in the event that anything ever happens that I do have to rely on those skills. So, and part two of it, why I also wanted to do it is because it's something that we should look at fairly regularly. And I figured the best time is during your annual inspection. I did mine back in May, and I did not unpack my kit to see what's in there, see if there's batteries leaking acid or expired whatever. So I wanted to do that now and hopefully generate some discussion. Leave me some comments in the section down below. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you think I should have, what you think is a waste of time. Ultimately, I just want to generate some discussion about it. So without further ado, here is my survival kit. It weighs 13.8 pounds. It's sort of an uncomfortable backpack, but it does have snaps. And these snaps attach right to the back of my passenger seat in the RV6. So this literally just hangs from the back of the seat from these snaps. It doesn't roll around in the back of the plane. And yeah, it's a good size. It's not too heavy. And hopefully I have in here some things that might, well, hopefully they never come in handy, but hopefully if I ever do need to utilize any of this stuff, it'll be useful. So I'll start out with the side packages here. Fuel tablets, basically just some candles, but those are for another item that I have in here is just a mini stove. Over on the other side, I do have an abundance of these, whatever they call them, space blankets, the tin foil blankets. Have a pocket knife, a very old survival hint guide, a multi-tool. This probably makes the knife a little redundant, but these are things that I just kind of had laying around or went out and bought specifically for the kit. So this is a flare kit. I kind of question how much this would actually work, but basically you just take off the cap, screw it into the pin, and it's kind of a spring-loaded. And the theory is that this will fire off a flare. So I have a feeling that the size of these capsules, whoever you're sending the flare off to, would have to be very close. So I don't mean to be bad-mouthing the equipment I have here, but I just kind of wonder about how useful it would actually be. I have some flashlights. This one is a headband light. I kept the batteries out intentionally because I didn't want them to leak inside any of this stuff. And those are probably in with my abundance. These all came in a kit. Good time to check the batteries, make sure everything's still working. But I have an abundance of flashlights that all came in a kit. A whistle with a bit of a chintzy compass. And a watertight compartment for what I assume is matches, which I don't have. And a tiny signal mirror. So these all came from either outdoor stores or Canadian Tire here in Canada. And just put some of this stuff back into pouches. Well, not related to survival, but a couple of 6-sacks in here as well. A small first aid kit, which hopefully has a little bit of everything to help out with calamities, including some waterproof matches, bandages of every shape and size, slings, again a little chintzy maybe. I wouldn't want to have to stem any real bleeding or rely on it to set a serious injury. So, continuing on. Well, this is in the wrong place. I've got 2 of these. A seat belt cutter and a canopy smasher. I've got 2 of them, and this one seems to have found its way into the survival kit. Not really where it was intended to be. A warmish, dry hoodie. More flashlights. Fair amount of rope. A tube tent. Just a small package of Band-Aids and antiseptic wipes. What else do we have in here? Some actual candles from a camping company. These are getting a little squished, but if you're able to get them lit. So there's no particular order in how any of this stuff is in here. This is a freeze-dried meal kit, and this should, I imagine, have an expiry date. Best before January 2047. So this is a macaroni and cheese meal. If you're able to boil water, you just add the hot water right into the pouch and have some good survival mac and cheese. Lots more waterproof matches in a Ziploc bag to ensure that they stay dry. So there's a little folding, just a little folding stove with a solid fuel block. You just ignite, lay maybe a pot on top of it. Very compact, useful. Hopefully I never find out. We have a 2-person survival blanket. So again, I've got an abundance of these blankets. I've just been buying them over time. A whole bunch of Bic lighters still in the package, so hopefully the gas does not leak out of them over time. And still in the sealed container. Hopefully they don't become damaged. Another emergency sleeping bag. And another space blanket. A larger survival, or signaling mirror rather. And another emergency sleeping bag. A light stick, a 12-hour light stick. Guess it's the chemical type that you snap and it'll glow for a while. Life straw. if you believe the press and the advertising on this, you can basically drink bog water through this. Dip one end into the contaminated water, suck it up through the other end, and it's supposed to be able to filter out everything. 99.999% of bacteria, protozoa. It'll filter 4,000 liters of water, and that's assuming you can find water wherever your mishap occurs. I have a bag of fire starter. I guess it's basically just sawdust. It'll burn up to 1,000 degrees, so it's probably a phosphorus base. But it'll burn right on snow and ice. Some snare wire. I have no idea how to set a snare. Never been into the woods to hunt anything. I wouldn't know what to do with that. But maybe it'll come in handy for something else. But it was in the emergency kit when I bought the aircraft. We have one of these zip saws. It's not terribly abrasive, so it's got a hook on each end, and the idea is the idea is not to break it. Well, there you go. But the idea is it's abrasive enough to be able to saw through, I'm assuming, some very small branches. But as you can see, you can't put a whole lot of force on it. I'm going to have to crimp that back closed again. What else do I have in here? Some water purification tabs. So again, finding water is paramount. Which reminds me, maybe as an addition, I should probably throw a couple of bottles of water in here at the very least. So I bought just a little camping pot, and in it we'll find a couple of rain ponchos stuffed in there, some chemical hand warmers or foot warmers, some basically ramen noodles, just some very lightweight, high calorie, something to eat to help pass away the time. Some more of those fuel tablets, and last but not least a buck saw. I've been told it's a waste of time to carry a saw. I've been told I'm better off with a hatchet. Again, generate discussion. What do you think? It's small, it's lightweight, it's a hollow tube, and it's got a very aggressive tooth pattern on it. I imagine it would cut through a log reasonably quickly, but that's pretty much it. So I've already identified one problem. I think I need to carry water. Unless you're lucky, well, it's going to sound silly, but if you're lucky enough to find yourself crashed near a water source, then, the aqua tabs, the life straw, the pot for collecting and boiling water to heat up your noodles and your freeze-dried food. I mean, hopefully, in the event of a mishap, you're only in the woods or in danger wherever you are for, just a few hours or an overnight. Yeah, I think I need to carry at least a liter of water. But otherwise, tell me what you think. Do you think I'm wasting time here? Do you think some of this stuff is redundant? I mean, I don't need to carry 7 or 5 or whatever of these space blankets, but through a couple of different kits that I've had, I've just collected them, and there was space here, so I decided to just keep on stuffing them in. So yeah, that's it. That's what I carry for survival. Hopefully it never comes to it. Tell me what you think. What do you carry? What do you do differently? What do you think I should do differently? Is there anything here that you like oh yeah, I never thought about that. That's a great idea. Let me know. Thanks for watching.